tippy tapping above me on the conservatory roof, and I'm actually sending myself to sleep quite a bit. Everybody has ups and downs, and in life we all deserve peace, we all deserve a chance to relax and focus on ourselves, or take the time that we need to work on our spiritual side, our sleepy side, our unconscious side. I don't know. It's just with that rain and a little bit of a gravelly voice and the warmth of my dog at my feet, it just felt appropriate. I enjoy the ASMR videos. I said on a previous video that I found them almost by chance during a challenging time in life, and I found that they help me sleep, and I've been trying different things on YouTube and being more expressive and trying to be myself more, I guess, in a world where we all kind of look at each other and make assumptions, and it doesn't always feel too nice. However, in this cozy, warm conservatory that I find myself in, with my dog at my feet and the rain on the ceiling, I don't know, as ASMR videos, templates go, feels a little bit like something that might be half decent. Scaring the dog with the sounds of the controller. The tippy tapping sound of the controller always sound nice on all the videos. So if you're trying to sleep and you randomly found this video, this will probably keep you up longer. I was saying on the previous attempt at doing an ASMR video that one thing that I found to be really useful and effective is the power of the subconscious mind. Just before we fall asleep, we find ourselves in a beta, according to Neville Goddard, state of consciousness. You know, that feeling where you're just about to fall asleep and you're kind of awake, but you're asleep, but you can sort of still hear. I always noticed it if I fell asleep on the school bus. You could still sort of hear the radio you can still sort of hear the radio or like what it was talking about, but you knew you were falling asleep. You get out of this grassy area. Yeah, man. I don't know. I've never tried doing one of these videos before. As I said on the other one, I'll probably listen to it back and be like, dude, why don't you just go to sleep? But here I am, a balding man with a Mike Tyson face tattoo, listening to the rain. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, this is genuinely very relaxing. I've got a little bit of a gravel in my voice as well, which I don't always have. I'm even sending myself to sleep. I wonder if I could think of like something that's gonna. If I was trying to get my kid to sleep, I would sing Bob Marley Redemption Song. But based on the lack of tone and general lack. Oh my goodness, what a put. You absolute rocket man. And I'm 2 up against Newman. The controller sounds always sound pretty good on ASMR videos. Life can be tough sometimes, but I guarantee that you can get through anything that God has decided to put you up for, and I'm pretty sure that there's an element of we chose our lives before we came. I have been thinking about that stuff more recently, and I guess I feel more grounded because of it. And one thing that I have been getting my head a little bit around is changing the word difficult. Oh my goodness, what a put. Look at him, he's so happy. Yeah, as I was saying, one thing that I feel that has been quite effective for me has been replacing the word hard or difficult with the word challenging, because it seems to, I don't know, take away some of the woe is me sort of wallowing aspect, which is probably completely warranted at times for everyone. You know, sometimes feeling sorry for yourself is part of the process, but I've definitely found that replacing the words hard and difficult in my vocabulary to challenging has enabled me to take control back in a certain sense. I like challenge. Challenge is good for the soul, it's good for growth, it's good for everything really. If I want to go far in life, I better be up for some challenge, because I tell you, without it, where are you gonna go? Who are you gonna be? Comfortable, possibly, for now at least. But when you get to the pearly gates and the gatekeeper turns round to you and he says, "There's your lot." I don't know. I want to feel like when I get there, when I see that guy, I want to say, I squeezed every last drop out of the experience. She's well not happy. I like that visor she's got on, that's pretty badass. But yeah, when I get to the pearly gates, I want to be able to look back on it and just be like, do you know what? As much challenge as there was, as much heartache as there was, I was up to the task, and I squeezed every last drop out of the experience to be able to leave the experience feeling fulfilled, I guess. Ultimately, that's, really what we all want after love and security. Fulfillment. And one massive one is definitely love. That isn't something that I've been terribly blessed with over the years, and I think by going through challenges and struggles, you appreciate little things more, the sound of the rain, the warmth of the dog when it sits on me. Even looking at water droplets, reflection in the sun, it's just, I'll tell you a big one is the sky. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I'll just stop and look at the sky, and that has gone into the sand. What a poor shot. Yeah, there are times where, especially if it's not dawn, dusk, the sun's hitting the clouds. The sun's already gone down, but in the sky it's still hitting the clouds, and there's pinks and blues and oranges, kind of like Miami vibe colours. And I just stop and I just look at the sky and just think, yeah, of all the things in the world that my two eyes focus on, sometimes just taking that time just to appreciate the fabric of what God has created, the beauty that's right before your eyes. I know it sounds like cliche, but even to go for a walk in nature where there's water, and to see little ducklings, a little fluffy duckling just tweeting itself along, learning to swim. And they're just chilling, doing their thing, going around in the line, and the sun shining through the trees, making those light beam looking sun strips down onto the water. The reflection of the water, you can see the trees in front of you. You can also see the trees' reflection in the ripples of the water. Yeah, man, sometimes just taking the time to notice what's around us, especially in nature. The ripples of water on like an autumnal day where it's kind of cold but it's kind of not, and you know those times where like you want to wear a hoodie and you put like your comfy hoodie on and it's the one that's been in the wash more but it's not gone dry, it's not scratchy, it's just that like that comfortable, cozy, yeah, oh, what a shot. That comfortable, cozy feeling. You can put your hood up and the lining, the inner lining of the hoodie is that like soft cotton. And you've got your socks on as well, and your feet feel cozy, but they're not hot, they're just nice, and you know, that feeling of getting back and just putting a pair of joggers on. Oh man, imagine you could sell that feeling. Like just comfortable cotton, soft joggers. The heating's on in the house, but it's not too cold outside. It's just cold enough to need to put the heating on. And your socks are on, your joggers are on, your favourite chilling hoodies on. You're kicking back. You think, oh man, what am I gonna do? Before you know it, you're just in bed, you curl up, you got your like your blanket. I use duvet. Like I've got a duvet that I use over the top of the bed that's like, you know, I was saying before, it's been washed that many times, but for some reason it just stays so soft. I don't know, man. There's kind of a good energy attached to those items of clothing, those. I'm sending myself to sleep. Well, I think if I'm falling asleep, it might be cause to stop the video, but hey, if anyone's made it this far, please like and subscribe. Apparently saying that helps the video. And let me know if you found this at all relaxing. I started watching the ASMR videos and I always thought it was a bit weird, to be fair, and the absolute relaxation, those feelings, the sound of the controller, or yeah, man. Save successful. Right, everyone. I'm going to leave it there. So I appreciate you. You're strong. You're brave. You're loved. And you deserve good sleep and good things. Take it easy, everyone.